again, I seem to suck really quite badly at this. Yes, finally got the audio working. Thank you very much indeed for that one. Lol. How freaking rubbish am I again? That's what happens, you see. I've got my mic plugged into a USB hub and I freaking dropped it, and it goes, the device you have the last device you previously added is not recognised or something. So I unplugged my hub and plugged it back in again to fix that fault, but forgot to switch the mic back on in the sound options. Anyway, as I keep trying to explain to everyone, but obviously it's falling on deaf ears, I am playing as Grantham Town in the Evo Stick Northern Premier Division. My goal is to spend a couple of seasons in the lower leagues before getting called up to, you know, a top club. Either, obviously, my favourite club, Man United, or one of the top Spanish clubs would be nice. And obviously I've got the challenge of managing a non-league football team, which is semi-professional, which means that not all the players are full-time. I've got part-time players. I've also got non-contract players who basically get paid when they play. I don't have a lot of staff. I have literally an under-18s manager, an assistant manager, a youth coach, a physio, and 2 scouts. That's all I've got. There are some rumblings within the league or in the media somewhere. Let me try and find it. Lots of people there. I've got, obviously, when I started again, I've got a couple of because the squad didn't have the required number of players. Obviously, the game fills it in with some of its own creations, so it created a couple of regens. There's this defender here who's pretty decent. Oh, by the way, I'm using a automatic regen face pack to get rid of the stupid cartoony looking made up fictional players. So I've got him, and I've also got a midfielder called Danny Mitchell. If anyone's watched the video I did last night, would have seen this guy scoring tons of goals. But unfortunately, he's already been called up to the England under-21s, even though he's only 17. And it looks like a lot of clubs are trying to headhunt him already, which is a bit of a shame, because he's one of my good players, and for me to reach the dizzy heights of the Football League, I need to keep players like him for a couple of seasons. But I may be forced to sell him, because they're unsettling him by making bids for him. He wants to play higher football, because obviously that's where his potential should be put him. I could really do with the cash, because I've only got 154,000 in the bank. I have no transfer budget. I only have a wage budget of about £1,700 a week, which I have to spend on players and staff. Transfer wise, obviously when I've rejected a couple of offers. I mean, they offered 1.3 million, but it's not up front. If they'd forked out in one lump sum, I probably would have taken it. But because it's all clauses, I'm not interested. My transfers, I picked up Dan Martin off the 3 transfer list, who's a decent sort of central midfield player. Alex Wall, I got on loan from Luton. Aaron Tumwa was one of the England trialists from the trialist day. as was Matteo Capitani. Both of them actually looked pretty decent when I scouted them. They weren't actually recommended to me before the match or during it, but when I scouted them afterwards, they turned out to be pretty decent players, so I've signed both of those. The players that I actually thought stood out in that game turned out to be rather rubbish, so I didn't sign any of them. Obviously the guy that I really did want, he got snapped up by Dagenham and Redbridge because I couldn't offer the wages he wanted. And lastly, just before the end of the league football transfer window, being non-league we don't have a transfer window, so I'm free to sign players all season long, but I picked up Mitchell Austin on a season-long loan from Cambridge, who's a wing-back, midfielder and attacking midfielder on the left side, which gives my squad a much needed boost down that side, because previously I'd only got Michael Emmott, who is pretty rubbish. So that is my goal now. Club. If I click that, the reason I started off fairly low league is because I wanted to see how the game plays over a couple of seasons at the top, especially Man United, who I aim to manage at some point. I didn't want to start off playing as Man United because it's a bit too easy. I wanted to see what happens after a couple of seasons, and old Louis there, old smiling Louis, seems to be carried on right where old Moisey left off, I think. Because he's got rid of a lot of players. He's got rid of Phil Jones and Chris Smalling, and the players he signed to replace them, I mean, Yuto Nagatomo, no idea who he is. Never heard of him. Wesley Schneider, I mean, he's 30 years old. It's a bit old. Hey Jewish 1992, welcome to the stream. Jan Vertonghen, 27-year-old defender. He come from, I think, Tottenham. I think it was Tottenham, who they sold Phil Jones to, and Didi, who is 2 letters off being Bebe, and we all know how that transfer worked out for United. But yeah, transfer history. So yes, they got rid of Phil Jones for 15 million, got rid of Ben Amos, got rid of Valencia, Chris Smalling. They've loaned out Powell and McNair. They've signed this guy for 13 million. Nathaniel Klein from Southampton. Who that? 23-year-old right-sided defender. And then Danny Backer. Is it Danny Backer? Who's a 19-year-old defensive midfield player. So I'm predicting that over the course of the next few seasons that Man United might get so badly screwed up that when I take over, I'm going to have a real challenge on my hands. And there's the actual South Kesteven Stadium that you should see in game. Notice there are no stands behind the goals. There is literally just that one at the side of the pitch. Otherwise it's just open plan with a running track round it. Charlie Chaplin there, he needs some fitness. But yes, that's my goal. I either want to be picked up Lewis is upset at the lack of first team football. You'll get your chance. That tends to be the one that pacifies them a little bit. Loaning out my 17-year-old goalie. That could be a bit of a nightmare. I don't think I'm getting any money for it. At least I've managed to tie him up to a pre-contract, which is nice. Get him on a proper contract, I can hopefully fend off the big clubs sniffing after him and trying to steal him away, or at least command a proper salary transfer fee for him. How long is it going to be before I get my first choice goalkeeper back, though? That's what I want to know. Because not only is he a good goalkeeper, he's Starbridge. Man United are the most prolific producer of talent in the English Football League. Nice. England under-21s, Danny Mitchell has scored 2 goals. Oh, that's going to draw attention to him. So let's see. Who was the guy whinging? Reese Lewis, wasn't it? Trouble is, he's complaining about first team football, but he's not fit. He's not match fit, so what choice do I have? Tom Batchelor or Liam Kay? Who's the best centre back? Liam is the best, so I'm going to play Liam. In fact, actually, I think Toomer's the best centre back in the squad, and then play Kelly as a left back, as the full back. So they're missing a couple of key players. It's always helpful for me. Show me what you can do. Okay. Nice strong tackle to start the match. And then gives the ball away. Well, that was a bit cynical. Saunders with his lovely pink shoes on. His pink boots. Hopefully not Jimmy Grimble boots. And that's bad. Goal down already. goal. Pitches looks a bit of a state, doesn't it? Again, non-leagues don't quite have the lovely, well-kept, well-manicured pitches that the top clubs have. So, no doubt board requests throughout the season to relay pitches will be a common theme. And we'll have that expense to deal with. Looking a bit scrappy. Come on, how is he offside? Come on, Tonwa. Second goal. Saunders is the man. Second goal. Saunders. And Austin brings it to 3. Well done. Well done. Oh, he's injured actually. The guy that was whinging about first team football, and he's injured. Nice and calm. Meadows can make a difference. Oh, Connor. Can't tackle like that, son. Get booked. See, that would be a better stadium for me because it's got nothing behind the goal. I could happily pretend that that's the Earlsfield estate over there. Filled with all the scumbags. Nice hat trick. Very nice hat trick. Again, he's a player. He's a sort of senior stalwart figure of the Grantham team. His brother used to play for the team as well, but he's elsewhere now. He's at another club, but Ben decided to stay. So I don't know what his long-term aims are. He's 29 years of age, so whether we'll keep him to the end of his career or whether he too will look to maybe move on at some point. Maybe someone will come and make an offer for him on his current form, scoring the goals he's doing. He's He's certainly a decent player for like conference teams or. Oh, he's going to get booked too. A little bit of lack of discipline here, I think. Must be very expensive having all those seats with nobody sat in them. I think my biggest attendance in this game so far is about 806 people, which is quite a turnaround from obviously the 77,000 you get at Old Trafford. But I sometimes like playing as the lower league teams because it's less stress, less pressure. I mean, when I took over, there's no board philosophies or anything like that. I don't have to play a certain style of football or a certain way. You know, as long as I don't get relegated, they're happy. You know, so I'm pretty much free to do what I like at this club. You know, as long as I don't get them relegated. And like I said, if I could attract some decent players like the guys I've got on loan and make them permanent signings, or at the start of each season just get the cream of the crop of loan players, I should be able to keep my expenditure quite low. I notice my right wing's a bit weak. I could do with another right-sided midfield player really, as cover for Mitchell. Because Emma is just ain't good enough. Michael Emmott. Although he's got an assist today, which is nice. I'd like to maybe try and retrain him to be a right-sided midfield player. I'm going to bring him on actually. He probably can't play in that position, but we'll see. I mean, I think he's got enough potential and enough about him versatility-wise that he should be able to adopt playing in that position. His first touch there was a bit poor, but again, he's a young lad. Hopefully, as he trains and as he progresses, that will hopefully improve a point or two. Again, there's very little point me worrying too much about youth players and that at this club because we don't have the facilities to train them and hone them and craft them like the bigger clubs. I'm kind of lucky I got the intake I did at the start of the game, where I got like 2 really decent players who are probably too decent for this club. So I'll exploit them for as long as I can. Oh, that's a cynical challenge on the edge of the box. And it's a penalty. Meadows is going to take it. Goal. Definitely a good set piece taker, he is. Whether it be free kicks or penalties, he does quite well. I think that was a dive. Kick who forward. Oh, the wall crippled him. Might make a slight tactical change in a second. Now would be a good time to do that. Let's bring on Kelly for Kane. Kelly for Tomwa. Bring on Billy Kay for the wall. In fact, I've used all my substitutions. Quite right, I have. I forgot Matey Boy got injured. Well, he won't be getting much first team football, will he, at this junction in time, because he's now going to be injured for a period. And I've only got one physio with one sponge, so... But again, I'll take the result today. Another nice bunch of goals. Pretty one-sided performance. Pretty much in control. Keep oofing that long ball forward every now and then we do. Another corner. I'm going to struggle to beat keepers with headers from that range. Another corner. Oh, close. Just blow the whistle, ref. Bring this game to a close. Thank you very much. Oh, it's a corner. I thought that was the final whistle. Oh, FC United got lost to Buxton. That's nice. Stanford won though. Last minute goal. So we're in first place. We're playing well above expectations, which is nice. I'll give him a rest for a week. He's getting old. I'm playing Skelmersdale. Six games won in a row. New record. Speeder. There's old Speeder. He's an assistant manager, but he's not at any clubs. He was only at the club one day. Limited youth recruitment, minimal junior coaching, youth level 0, basic facilities. They were running quite a short and narrow pitch this season. 7,500, only 750 seats available. I'm going to struggle to make a decent eleventh. $806 is the highest attendance. 12-2 versus Dennerby. Gary Crosby. Oh, Crozzers. Assistant manager at Sheffield United now. Gary Ball. Speeder. Connor Whiteley. Man, it's going to be fun to create some history with this club. Fucking hell, the goals I've scored is just unreal. Absolutely unreal. 9-0, 7-0, 5-0, 5-1, 7-2, 5-1. I'm certainly not having issues scoring goals. Scouting. Let's have a look at the scout report. Yeah, let's find some players. Come on. Find me some players. That's my short list. Zeeley Ishmael. He'd be a good right-sided midfielder. As cover for Mitchell. Again, I would like to have got this young lad, this Man City player, but he went on loan to Bury. Because again, he can play defender, wing back, midfielder, attacking midfielder, and right. So again, he'd be very versatile all the way down the right side. Obviously, Jack Rudge, missed out on him. Former United player. Abner's still there. Abner's still about. He's 23. Marking's pretty good. Bravery, aggression, determination, teamwork, vision, work rate. Stamina's good. Fitness, balance, agility, acceleration. Dribbling's a bit woeful. Crossing's not great. Let's find him. Emma, how does he compare? a lot flipping better. A lot better. So much so that I want to offer him. I want to approach to sign him. How does he not want to join? Oh, you get full time he wants to be, and I can't offer it to him. Kadesh Goddard. Again, I should have probably signed him up. He was the one that slipped through the net. John Anderson. Slow. Can only play in one position. Fairly susceptible to injuries. Has a competitive streak. He's inconsistent. I don't think I'm going to be offering him a contract. Oh, of course, he's an attacking midfield, but he's a midfielder, isn't he? But he's going to be injured for 3 weeks, which is not something I need to worry about because I'm going to have, obviously, Mitchell back before then. Again, lots of away matches at the start of the season. I could do some home games to get some bloody tickets sold, some, match day revenue, some income. Free kick taking. Yeah, he's only an 8. Yeah, he's scored some cracking goals. He gets paid £150 when he plays. Or £7 if he's an unused substitute. But he's not actually on a contract. Neil Green is a 17-year-old. Yeah, you can go, son. I can make them pay his £5 per week. That would be quite funny, I think. Okay, let's look at this. So again, he's not fit. Mitchell's back. Mitchell's back. My goal is still crocked. Nathan Rooney. Who the flip is Nathan Rooney? No relation to Wayne. Dum dum dum. Toma. Where's Toma taking free kicks? The lad is most definitely doing well for us, Saunders is. It's a bit more from these guys. Come on, lads. Foul. Come on. Is it Meadows? Yes, it is. Oh! Tom was just rock solid at the back. Doesn't go forward, stays back and just cuts out everything. Oh, come on, that's in, ref! That looked to me like it was in the net. Goal! Danny Mitchell. He's done well again, the lad. Lovely left-footed toe poke. Finds the back of the net. Oh, Steve! Five goals seems to be my favourite number. I always seem to score 5. Oh no, Meadows is injured. Billy Kay's gonna come off. Meadows. I might as well make my last substitution as well. Bring on a fresh pair of legs. Austin going for a hat-trick. Oh. Short control passing. Keep the possession. Capitani! Again, I love a good poacher. Love a good poaching style player. Penalty. Who's it going to be? Austin. Gets his hat-trick with a penalty. He's going to get booked. Come on, Billy Kay. Oh. Goalkeeper had to wake up then. He ain't been called into action all game. It's only their second shot. The first that found the net, admittedly. Tighten up. Going to go a little bit defensive now. Just see it. Just run out the clock now. The last 10 minutes of the game. Come on, Townsend. That was just unsportsman. Giving him space. He should have had a dig, I reckon. He should have had a shot from back there. What's he done? Has he broke his nose or something heading that ball? He must have done. So we're down to 10 men because of injury. That was a bit of a nasty challenge. We're just starting to lash out now because they're losing. Aren't they? Lovely ball into the path of Austin. And the wall! The wall comes through. There we go. Respectable finish there. What about Capitani? What was happened to him? Meadows. What happened to their injuries? Who wants him? A couple of little clubs want him. At least we've got a nice week's rest now for the next game. Bedworth. So he's going to go on loan for a month. Don't really see the point in that. Ramsbottom there. Conceded. Generally conceded a lot down the right hand side. That'll be where Mitchell will be going, and Austin. So yeah, those two should help. Definitely get a couple of goals. He's going to be out still for 3 to 9 days. Because he twisted an ankle. He's been out for 5 weeks. He doesn't stand it. It's not like he runs about. Spends most of his time rolling around on the floor anyway, so again, what does he need to worry about his ankle for? Goalkeeper doesn't need legs. They want to sign Charlie Chaplin. Good luck to them. I call him Charlie Chaplin here. Yeah, that's the thing I'm not looking forward to, a board takeover, because then I will be unable to sign any players. Cadbury Athletics, he got a goal and an assist. 900 tickets are expected to be sold. 900! Wow, 900! Man, that's just balmy money, that attendance that is. Anyway, I'm going to save that game for another time.